Good morning, and as you can see, we are back. Joey is sitting here with me because this week in the gardening world was a very sad week. One of my favourite stars of the TV, Monty Don, who's been a really amazing inspiration for all of us younger gardeners, sadly lost his 12-year-old, Joey, sit still, his 12-year-old golden retriever this week, quite suddenly, to an illness. Nigel was 12 years old and sadly was taken this week. So in the gardening world, go on then, you can run off now. In the gardening world, it's all been a bit sad. Gardener's World programme was on last night, and yeah, you can see that this man, a bit like I have with Joey, you know, it's a massive part of our world. The dog very much is the gardener's friend, gardener's best friend. And we spend that time together. You know, everything we do and invest in our gardens, it's not just about us, it's about our animals, nature, wildlife, and that special relationship that we build with our dog. So, you know, we're obviously all thinking about Monty at the moment, at the loss of Nigel. He's obviously still got Nelly, his other golden retriever, and I believe he's got a new dog as well, a small Yorkshire Terrier or something. But yeah, it just makes you reflect and think about how hard it will be when your best friend is effectively taken from you. So hopefully it won't be for a number of years with this little chappie here, Mr. Nuisance as we like to call him, but unfortunately it will happen. So moving on to happier things, we're back here in our little perennial garden over in Hailsham. Things are looking nice. Things are really starting to expand and grow. We've got quite a few flowers coming up. Yeah, you can see the verbascums, the long purple ones. It's all starting to fill out. It's a slow process, and yeah, very pleased. So today we have got another 7 plants, 7 bulbs that were in the greenhouse, and they have now got to a point where they are coming through enough to plant out. These are Hymenocalis, which is a spider lily, common name. So it's another perennial bulb that clump forms over time, so it gets bigger and bigger. Beautiful white, sort of lily type flowers with individual little white prongs that sort of hang off. They look like spiders on the top of, on the top of a green stem. So we'll get those planted out today. We've also got another Agapanthus. I've forgotten which one this is, but it's a bluey purple one, which has done very well, so that can go out. So we're planting those out today. Another little job we're going to do is to repot one of Bruce's houseplants. So this has unfortunately outgrown its pot quite considerably, and most of the soil has washed out over time. So we're going to repot that into a larger pot. Quite a simple job. And then our little vegetable patch, which is behind us here, I've just tied in the peas and the mange tout. So as you can see, they have probably doubled in size since last week, or when you last saw them, which might actually be 2 weeks. But we've just tied them in. The courgettes are doing well. I put some organic slug pellets around today because a few of the courgette leaves have been nibbled. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a little bit of nibbling going on, so we do need to protect those small delicate leaves. When it gets going, it's not so bad. And what I'll probably do is put some straw around each of the plants, because that way the slugs won't cross it, and also it's soft, so the courgette, what am I looking for? The courgette actual fruits, whatever you want to call them, will be sitting on the straw rather than the wet mud, so they're less likely to rot, and it just looks after them as they grow. So that's what we'll do in a couple of weeks' time when the courgette plants get a bit bigger. So yeah, it's a simple morning, not a lot going on really, just a little bit of maintenance. There's a little bit of weeding to do as well, but it's a nice morning, and we're out just enjoying our time together. And as I say, this is a time for reflection, because this little lad here, who once again wants me to throw this, yeah, it just when you hear of the loss of something, it does make you realise how important these simple things are. And my relationship with Joey, now that he's nearly 9, has been going on for 8.5 years. So when that is ultimately ended, whenever it's the right time to end it and it ends, yeah, I will have to deal with that. So this is probably a good time actually to mention my 28-day challenge that I'm going to be doing in June. So I made a decision I think I mentioned in one of my previous posts that I used to be quite a keen long distance runner. So I think what I'm going to do from the 1st of June, I'm going to do a 28-day running challenge that's going to really push me. So I'm going to do 28 half marathons in 28 days. So for 4 weeks, I'll wake up each morning and run just over 13 miles. Now, I've never done this before. I've probably run about 40 half marathons in my life. So I've done a fair bit, but not a lot over the last few years. So I've decided to put myself through something which is going to be a real challenge. It's going to be a struggle. And I'm going to do a little blog each day or every other day to tell you how I'm feeling, how my body's feeling, my muscles, mentally how I'm feeling, nutrition. Am I getting enough nutrition? Am I feeling sick? Have I lost interest? Do I get to the point where I injure myself, or just can I physically and mentally just not do it anymore? Who knows, maybe I won't get through 28 days. But that is the challenge. So the rest of May is going to be time for training, get myself back up to that level where I can do it without actually causing damage. It's still going to be a challenge, you know, running that far every day. Come on, Joey, come and say goodbye. Oh. Joey, here he is. And we will see you next week. Hopefully by next week we'll see some substantial differences in the garden. Take care. Bye.